He was bitter about how the cat ran away, despite him trying the best to take care of it. I know, like, why you run away, man? I did all that for you. You just gonna run away, dip out on me like that? You gonna bite me, fucking bend over, cheeks hanging out, like. YouTube, what's good? I'm back with another video. Today I got another game called Selene Apoptosis. I'm making this cut because I'm a terrible reader. All right, so I'm just put that out there right now. So I hope y'all get through it. But it was really a fun game though. You know what I'm saying? I got a second part coming. You know, if y'all want to see more, and yeah, let's get into it. See you later. The sound was driving him crazy. Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about with these big ass words. Monotonosis. Muffled thuds were resonating throughout his head with dual pain. The pain wasn't too strong, nothing unbearable. But that sound, more than anything else, he wanted the sound to just stop. Thud. So I think it's like that. Nevertheless, the knocking sound didn't end. He knew well enough because he himself was their origin. Thud. 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 Alright. The nose of his slipper was hitting the rear of his desk over and over again, like a huge fluffy moth frantic. Ramming against the window glass. He wanted plenty of things. He wanted to pay the rent in time this month, not to displease his landlady again. He wanted to finish the script, at least in the draft, because the draft is way better than nothing. Something one can work with. And he wanted to sleep. No, not quite that. The problem, a serious one, was that he didn't really want to sleep. He leaned back in his chair and rubbed his shut eyes, pressing his eyeballs until dancing pale lights appeared. Of course, he took the sleeping pills. When a healthy 8-hour sleep gives way to a not so healthy 5-hour nap, then a 3-hour eye shut break, and then goes away entirely. You should stop thinking how it will impact your liver. You just want to sleep. You need to sleep, especially if you have already taken an advance payment for the first part of a gig, and the goddamn text won't just write itself. However, if the text could in fact write itself somehow, he would probably lose his job. He didn't have any illusions in this regard. As soon as neural networks got smart enough, he and dozens of other ghostwriters would vanish into morning mist of a new era in literature. He didn't have much of a name or a connection, only some skill and a knack to meet the deadlines for the most part. The client was content with this, and he was content with the pay. So everything went well until the pill started failing him. My fault, y'all. Blame. This time the tick got too strong. I'm trying my fucking best to read this. This is good for me though. His foot jerked and hit the board with very noticeable pain. Seemed like he even heard his toes crack. He muttered a short curse and rolled the chair away from the desk, although he knew now that his attention was not fixed on the blank text file. The text should go away all by itself. It's funny how the consciousness is detached from the body. He often thought about it, especially while having amnesia, I think. Insomnia. It's like you're working as a team, but your partner starts pulling something. You seem to have common goals, but when all hell breaks loose, you are suddenly left alone with it, and your partner is more interested in watching the fire than fighting it. In the end, you have no idea what's on his mind. Well, at least there won't be any knocking. Good. Okay. A small window at the far side of the room flashed white for a moment. A storm? Now that he thought about it, the day was hot. The vicious stagnant air still filled the room. This and the barely audible squeak of a overheated network filter. He became sensitive to such things when he couldn't sleep for a long time, made the entire room seem to vibrate a little, like a cocoon that's about to hatch. Actually, that did sound like a good line. He rolled back to the table and was about to write that thought down. He paused over the keyboard. He remembered the individual words and the general ideas, but the sentence had already slipped away. What the fuck is wrong with this character? This time, the white light seemed to fill the entire room. Then the thunder followed, resembling a low gut roar of something large and famished. Good Lord. He called to God way too often for someone who never goes to church. I know a lot of people like that. Just a habit I'm one of them, I ain't gonna lie. Just a habit inherited from his mother. I need to though. A fierce patter of raindrops pounded on his window. There's no way he could work like this. Not now, but maybe it's for the best. Since he was a little boy, he slept well during the storms. Had to seize the moment. He groped for a packer of sleeping pills. It's nice to have your working tools at hand. Popped the pills into his mouth and opened the window to hear the steady pattern of the rain. Then when he went to bed and collapsed on the top of the bedsheets, his clothes still on. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sleeping like with rain, like I be having like a soundtrack on my phone with rain, bro. That shit piss me to sleep, bro. The sound of rain and thunder just puts me to sleep. He could tell by the sound the water had flooded the windowsill and was trickling down to the floor. He decided that was a small price to pay. He felt a pleasant chill of cloth beneath his cheek. The withering haze was gradually fading from the room, yet the sleep did not come. He tried to take off his shoes, change position, take a pillow, cover himself through the pillow away to the other side of the room. Nothing helped. He just laid there with his eyes closed, and though his closed eyelids felt heavy, he knew it was an illusion. All in vain. He's not sleeping. He can't sleep. Oh shit. Thud. At first he thought it was an At first he thought he was imagining things. Thud. 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 Sometimes the knocking paused, but it never stopped completely. The sound came from below, from the first floor. Someone was banging instantly on the door. And I didn't know what that word was. And with each thud, he could feel the rage building up like a tight knot of a pain around his stomach. He is trying to sleep. It is really that hard to just leave a man alone. At least at night, at least in the house that he pays for, specifically so that nobody would bother him. He opened his eyes, easily just as he thought, sprang to his feet and ran down the stairs. Something was boiling inside him. Halfway to the door, he took a turn to the cupboard and pulled out an old baseball bat. So somebody in the fucking house. The fuck? He wasn't likely to actually use it. He asked himself if he would as he reached for the door and handle. Bro, get that bat, bro. You don't know who the fuck this is. No, he certainly wouldn't. But he's angry and he wants the night guest to learn it. What the hell? The rain was still pouring, or rather it was actually getting stronger. As his mother would say, and the floodgates of a heaven tore open. His mother used to say a lot of things that was on the list of reason why he had to rent this overpriced house where anyone could start banging the door in the middle of the night. A cat, for example. What the hell? What the hell? Who the fuck is this? He said it again, this time aloud. This is a cat? A human cat? A cat was standing on his porch. She looked like a pure breed, British, short hair in all respects except for the color. Aside from the smoky gray head, it seemed as if she was dropped into a vat of white paint while her lower part was dipped into a black one. Wet fur clung to her small, rather skinny body, dripping with water. The cat could have probably slipped into the house as soon as the door opened, but instead she froze as if waiting for the host to say something. Hold on, wait. Okay, so she's a stranger. We don't know why is she here though? That's what I'm saying. Like, why my house? She is cute though. I can't leave her out because she's kind of cute. But this could be a setup. But I'm let her in. It was cold outside, much colder than, what does that say? Raining cats and dogs. It was cold outside, much colder than one might think. He didn't feel angry anymore. I know, she's cute as fuck. Of course I'm not. Oh, hey. Alright, come in. He stepped aside, freeing the doorway. The cat didn't move. What? So you don't want to, huh? He was about to find then, close the door, go back to the second floor, and lie in this suffocating half sleep until the morning. But he finally realized what was wrong. The bat. He threw it away, aiming for the sofa, but missed. The bat clattered on the floorboards. Wait, we ain't gonna let her in, bruh? Let her in. The cat followed into the darkness with her round yellow eyes. The sound didn't frighten her. He sighed. I won't hurt you. Come in if you want to. The cat raised her eyes at him. For the first time, he actually saw and couldn't help admire how big and yellow they were. The cat's pupils were also large and incredible round, like two full moons in eclipse. Oh, she smiled. Just as was about to close the door for the second time, the cat murmured something and fluttered into the house, butting him with her wet head, and she passed by. He smiled. Yeah, man. Strictly speaking, at the first moment, his line had ended. If that landlady found out, and he was sure she would, he'd have to look for a new place to live. There are plenty of lonely, bored seniors in the neighborhood, he thought, and they only have two hobbies, observing and reporting. This subject and the recipe aren't that important. Well, it's fine. Maybe he'll leave the suburbs. Maybe he'll move into an apartment since him getting privacy didn't work out anyway. The rain was getting stronger still. The fuck was that? He closed the door. This shit sound like my fucking door. Yeah. The cat explored the house with cautious curiosity, stopping by different objects as if trying to understand their purpose. Watching that was so amusing, he even forgot about the stain. When he remembered, it has already spread out, a dark spot of water in the place where the cat clung to him. The fuck? He pulled the wet cloth away from his body and stared at it blankly for a moment, then almost groaned alone. The cat was soaked, so she probably got a lot of dirt in the house. He decided not to turn on the light. He had enough disappointment for the night. Instead, he wanted to get a towel. Alright, come on here. Wait, what? Yeah, alright, come on here. Ooh, about to rub her body down. The cat turned her head to the voice and froze in place. She was examining the TV, a lifeless black mirror of a plasma panel in a liquor frame that he haven't even touched since moving in. In the reflection, the cat herself looked black. She gave him a long, appraising look, and then with a sudden urginess, strided towards him, definitely avoiding the obstacle. He was surprised. But I know I messed up hella words in that sentence, bro. Maybe the cat decided he was more interested in the TV, or maybe she acted out of respect for her host's will. Anyway, he felt grateful. Finally, someone can actually negotiate with. Suddenly, I realized, what is all this right here? Okay, we don't know what these two are, but it's just me, okay. Suddenly, he thought how nice it would be to crawl under the blanket with a warm ball of fur. It would surely have helped him to fall asleep. As a child, he had a cat, gray, huge, brass, immensely ugly, and equally beloved. He often fell asleep hugging him. The cat's name was Timo, and he faded, I think that's Timo, right? And he faded into a June night many years ago. The cat bumped her wet head against him once more. He thought the cat usually shake off the water themselves. Usually, but perhaps not always. Hey, easy there. You're all wet. Let me wipe you down. Let me get your neck right quick. The cat looked up at him with her moon-shaped eyes and murmured something again. Do something about it then. What? Bitch, don't talk to me like, hold up. Don't talk to me like that, bro, cause that shit would get me going, bro. Like, I mean, in a way, you know what going, I mean. Like, do not look at me that way. He smiled and got to work. He had to squeeze the fur thoroughly so the towel soon turned into a wet rag. Should he? Wait, what? Dave the cat? Does it matter? Bathe, I mean, we might as well. Bathe her, bro. I mean, she looking at, like I said, but she gonna look at me that way, I'm a bather then. You know what I'm saying? You can't look at me that way. Let's bathe it. That won't do. I'll give you a bath. As he carried her to the bathroom, the cat stayed still in his arms, a warm and incredible light body pressed against his chest. He was expecting the cat to bring out the claws at any moment. Maybe as he opens the door, now. Or as he turns the light on. Maybe this time. But something happened. But nothing happened. The cat glanced around the new room and looked at him again with her intelligent, almost human-like gaze. Not a single muscle in her small body moved. She was curious, and that's about it. She trusted me. He was about to ask her if she knows where they were and what was going to happen next, but that was just too much. So, it shouldn't be very difficult. The two of us can manage this. What do you think? He reads somewhere a cat should get used to the new surrounding before bathing. Oh. So you telling me I'm not finna bathe her? Fear is born about the unknown. And in the regard, people haven't gone too far from this cat. From cats. New scents, unfamiliar objects, and splashing of water. These are just shadows under the bed that will fall back if you get a better look at them. He carefully put the cat on the floor. She looked around the room again and returned her questioning eyes to him. It seemed like she got comfortable enough. He turned on the water in the shower and felt a gentle touch. The cat was already loitering around his feet. She was curious indeed. The shower isn't so bad as compared to the rain, is it? The joke came out a little awkward. Fuck. What is our main character, man? I wanna know what the fuck he look like. Cause see, I ain't gonna lie, he just like me, bro. I get awkward around this shit too. I try. I do. He felt embarrassed and he didn't know why. I mean, just a cat, bro. Relax. Okay, oh God. Oh, thank God they got that shit covered. Oh shit. What the fuck? What is this? Why am I just looking at her? Oh, okay, there we go. She's just a cat. Maybe it was because of how... I hope you two don't fucking age restrict my shit, bro. It ain't showing nothing but skin. That's all it is. It's just skin. It's a cat, bro. Relax. Maybe it was because of how the water... glimpsed in on her skin, or how she was looking at him from under half-lowered lashes. She was actually watching. He met her eyes and each time felt shame burn through him, but the shame was thick and sweet. He was a little dizzy. His hand slid over her smooth, wet skin, and each time he was asked himself, was it really necessary? Then he would feel her eyes on him, and his thoughts would melt, running down her thighs with the latcher disappearing between her net toes. What the fuck? The bathroom shimmered, molted, bright, pulsating with light. What are these words, bro? What is pulsating? Bro, fuck out of here, man. I don't give a freak am I ain't supposed to know that word or not. He felt he was losing his balance and pulled his hand away, but she returned and pressed it to the wet, hot skin covered in soapy vial. Oh my God. Relax, bro. Please just keep that shit covered. YouTube is on my shit. She guided it. YouTube's on my shit. Okay, there we go. Cat person. He couldn't remember how he ended up in the living room again. The cat was napping peacefully in his arms. He absently ran he absently ran his hand down the cat's wet back, tracing the bumps of her spin with his fingers. I should get you some food. Let me see what I have. He got up with just a tad bit difficulty, nothing he couldn't handle. Still, his body felt unusually heavy and unwieldy. He had to give the cat something to eat. He would lie down afterwards, and then, hell, maybe he'll even fall asleep. Maybe he should have gotten a cat from much earlier. A ball of fur with a pair of moon eyes and a velvety voice that you can always negotiate with. And that's about it. That's kind of funny. He could have avoided all the suffering if only he had a cat. If only he had a cat. Okay, we're about to feed her now, right? The kitchen blurred before his eyes. He got into the refrigerator and opened it, squinting from the light and leaning on the door way harder than he was supposed to. If the landlady was around at the time, she would have told him exactly so. Don't lean on the door. After all, this is her house and her refrigerator, and everything should be neat and tidy in case she had to move new tenants in. Right? Perhaps the landlady wouldn't even warn him about the milk. The milk itself is completely harmless unless, of course, you are allergic to lactose. Oh yeah, allergic to lactose. But there is a special kind of lactose-free milk, right? What matters is in the bottle. Bottles, much like cats, can vary greatly, but this particular one was made of glass. If only the landlady was here, she would probably have told him not to touch the bottle because he's falling on the floor, and the bottle might break, and then the milk will spill, and he wouldn't have nothing to feed the nice cat he found. Or rather, it was her who found him, and very timely because he was lying on the floor. He had been lying there for some time, and would have been lying still if he hadn't felt the light touch of something hot and rough on his cheek. It was almost like a dream, although of course comparing sleep with fainting isn't quite correct, no matter how you look at it. The floor beneath him was surprisingly hard, cold, and wet. He felt all of those three qualities clearly and was afraid to imagine what would happen if he tried to move. But he had to move, one way or another, at least to see what's up, because something hot and rough was still sliding up his cheek, gradually creeping up of his ear. What the fuck is that? He felt a warm breath and then a cautious bite. What the fuck? Ouch! He jumped on the spot. A shadow rushed to the side and then calmly began to lap milk from a puddle. What the fuck is she doing? What the fuck? Yo, what is this, bruh? I think maybe I need to block that out. I don't know. It's cool. It should be good. What the fuck, bro? What is this shit? Small ass eyebrows, bro. The cat. What are you doing? The cat looked at him briefly and licked her lips. What? She talks? No need to be dramatic. Oh wait, this the cat talk. You were lying around idly and you're not even a cat, see? Besides, you're soaked in milk. Well, you're right. I'll let you down and I had to wait. I let you down and I had to get my punishment. I let myself down. Good Lord, now there's cleaning to do until the next event, like his mother would have said, I'll go get a rag. Stay here and don't ruin what's left of the kitchen while I'm gone. The cat watched him go with a skeptical look. But she bending over, ain't she? Aren't you in the... Wait, what? Aren't you in the hole? Aren't you the one who's been causing all the trouble so far? When he returned the bucket, the cat was gone. What the fuck? Is this dude like, is he dreaming? He gotta be dreaming. That had to be a dream, bro. How to bake? What? How to bake what? In the kitchen, something exciting is happening. What the fuck? Something exciting is happening. Take. You would need a blade. Did you take the pills? Scratch out the entire trails. The Egypt, bro, that shit, them popping up is scaring me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what the fuck this game is. This ain't supposed to be a horror game, I don't think. The Egyptians widely used the honey for emblaming and preventing food. Later, the recipes were adopted by the Greeks. Bro, what the fuck is that popping up? Also had a teaspoon of a pocket jam, a walnut, and a little cinnamon. But what the fuck is happening? Before baking, but a teaspoon of butter on top of what? Microwave for 5-7 minutes and at full power. God damn, full power. Don't listen to them scream. What the fuck was that? Bon appetit. I saw a fucking head in the microwave, bro. It had to have been a fucking nightmare or something, right? Like, the next time he saw her was in a few days, or maybe in a week. He always had a bad sense of time, especially when he was immersed in his work. He still couldn't sleep, but at least he was making some progress with the script. It was like a narrative game project, as the customer called it, but actually meant do whatever you have to, finish it on time, else forget about the payment. And he did, although he was resentful, and that got in the way a lot. The reason of those feelings was the cat. He knew how stupid that was, but he couldn't help it. He forgave her for the bite almost immediately. That wasn't the thing. He was bitter about how the cat ran away, despite him trying the best to take care of her. I know, like, why you run away, man? I did all that for you. You just gonna run away, dip out on me like that? You gonna bite me, fucking bend over, cheeks hanging out? Like, come on, bro, don't leave me like that. She was nowhere to be found in the house, so he immediately thought about an open window on the second floor. Maybe he should have closed it. He dwelled on the thought for a while. He even approached the window at some point, but in the end, he decided not to do anything about it. He was hoping, and there was no shame. Oh, he was hoping, and there was no shame in that. It's not the same as you turn 10 and start eyeing girls. The cat would come back. I hope she does. Oh, and she did. Wow. Gonna leave me hanging like that. He had just settled himself on a sofa with some book. Some was the word, as he couldn't remember a thing from the cover, even though he read the title several times. The symbols were floating before his eyes, and of course he couldn't make it out a word. No wonder, considering he didn't sleep at all. When you think about it, it was surprising he couldn't write in this state. Either way, he was barely following the book, so he wasn't upset at all when a fluffy head buttoned his head. Hey, I'm trying to read. Oh my god. And you don't seem to be getting anywhere. What does it matter anyways? Better scratch me right here. He complied. You were absent for so long. I thought you wouldn't be back. I was for to cry my ass out. Wait. Then why didn't you close the window upstairs? There's a big difference between expectations and hopes, alright? Relax. He had learned that well. Why did you leave? Did I do anything wrong? Let me know, baby. I'm gonna chill. The cat stayed silent. What? Wait, what? Bitterness? Happiness? I mean, why she staying silent? Say something. Bitterness, happiness. I don't know what they mean by this though. Is it because I'm bitter because she's silent, or I'm just happy because she's back? I'm happy because she's back, so I think I should go with that. I'm gonna go with this. Alright, it doesn't matter that much. I'm happy to have you back. After all, there was no point in his grudge from the start. I know there ain't no point. We don't know this fucking cat, this girl. Nobody gains anything by holding on to small grudges and stay blind to what they really feel. He wouldn't have won anything. It's not a damn lottery. The cat rubbed against his arm again. He put the book down and gently placed her on his lap. The lock around her neck, unexpectedly cold, touched his skin. Then he got a hunch. Did you go home? I have no home. Well, someone must be caring about you if they put that collar on you. Sometimes a collar is just a collar. Don't you know? I'm from the streets. The time it was him who stayed silent. The cat buried her head into his stomach. Want me to take it off? No. It is mine now. Besides, it's easier this way if I catch someone's eyes on the streets. Cause I'm from the streets. He nodded because if you think about it, that really was a reasonable choice. The cat fur was thick and smooth, very pleasant to the touch. He wanted to bury his face in it, found out what it smelled like, what she smells like. Do you have a name? Of course. Everything has a name. And what's yours? The cat looked at him carefully with her bright yellow eyes, as if saying, "Take a guess." But she didn't actually say anything. On her locket there was a small engraving, a crescent moon that was diamondly shining in the pale light coming out of the window. Selene? The cat looked up at him, and her pupils flickered into the two full moons in an eclipse. Then she rubbed against his arm one last time and stood up, arching her back. Don't close the window on the second floor. I won't. Come on in whenever you like, baby. I won't close that shit. Come on in. She left, but the name stayed with her. In and around the house. What? Selene. So, humming the glass white in the moonlight. So that necklace, the necklace has like a moon on the necklace, and it's like it reflects. I don't know. We'll figure it out soon. So whispered the long shadows of the branches outside the window. Focus on the name. Wait, what? What is Selene? Yeah, what is Selene? She's there for a reason, bruh. She showed up at your door out of nowhere. For some reason, the question bothered him. He vaguely remembered it had something to do with mythology. Such thing never really caught his interest, but fortunately he knew someone he could turn to. Is that a succubus? Is that what I'm getting at? No, succubus is not a cat. It's a demon. I guess they can come in any forms. What the fuck is this? Was that by my window? The curtains? Oh shit. What the fuck is this? Her name is Hope? Meanie. Hold on. Meanie? Ethan. Oh, okay, so you know I can't stand them. And you know it's me who I have to take care of. It's like, after all, you're basically living in the office. Ethan never killed cats, and the dogs too. Not much of a difference. He didn't like the very idea of keeping a predator at home, even a small one. He couldn't quite explain why. Hope sighed. She closed the tab with a catering website, then slapped her husband lightly on the shoulder. Oh, okay, that ain't shit. Even so, the faces of the person's cat deeply depressed and equally concave still lingered before his mind's eye. Ethan held up his hand in a gesture. He knew it wasn't over yet. Hope is not the one to give in this easy. She never was, and for him there was something incredibly appealing about it. Come to think of it, quite possible it will be him who capitulates in Jesus Christ, but I don't know them fucking words. In a relationship, you always have to sacrifice something. In 4.5 years, or even 5 according to Hope, he had learned this quite well. Suddenly, Hope frowned, looking at the screen. What? Seems like you got an email from damn. Although one, I can't quite read it. It just, your work is mailbox. Wait, it just hit your work mailbox. Let me see. I hope I get a new project. The Middle Ages are fine and all, but they about to start pouring out of my ears. I try to give like a ghetto type, you know. I don't know why, just a Ethan. I don't know if I kind of know Ethan back then. You know, I taught it. Reached for his laptop, but Hope grabbed it and dodged him. Right? Why don't we talk? Why don't we talk contracts on the Sunday evening? So which one of us will work and no play, huh? Well, such are the benefits of freelance. Come on, give it back. Hope giggled and leaned over the armrest hanging over the floor. Hope's defense withstood several moon attacks. Each time Ethan thought the laptop would definitely hit the floor. Then she gave Ethan a peek on the cheek and slid off the couch. The laptop returned to its owner. Alright, I'll give you it. Oh wait. Alright, I'll give up. I mean, if they're actually give you a new contract, but on the same old Middle Ages, now that would be a twist. Yeah, a hilarious one. But there are nothing about the Middle Ages in the letter, not a mention of the payment too. Ethan read it several times. Leaving the formulas aside, there was but one question in the letter. Ethan, or rather the part of him that was responsible for finding the accurate answers, go immediately engaged by the wording. What is Selene? Ethan rolled the question around in his mouth as if tasting it. At a glance, the answer was simple. Ethan's real passion was the early Renaissance, but he was a history consultant after all. At least he liked to think of himself that way. The agency was paying him for a reason. He needed to research to tell that Selene was the goddess of the moon in the ancient Greece. Okay, so it is mythology then. The question, however, seemed to be way more intricate in its nature. Or at least that's what Ethan wanted to think, because the Middle Ages were actually about to start pouring out of his ears. He was always diving into his work completely and living in age where madness, curse, and death are contagious in an exhausting trail. He needed some distraction. Of course, he had a part-time job with those online courses, but the platform where he lectured was planning anything new just yet. All in, the request looked interesting, if not for one small matter: the payment, or rather the lack thereof. Ethan hesitated. The sender's name seemed familiar. He searched the email address and found out they are all already worked together on a couple of texts. Both times his effort was duly paid for by the agency. Ethan never worked for free. It was principle, but rather a matter of necessity. The problem here was the fact that Ethan loved what he was doing too much, and if you are trying to make money from what you love, there's a slippery slope. A free service there, an unpaid consultation here, and then you go back by splitting the sheet potatoes 8 hours a day, watching your dreams rust away. Besides, Ethan didn't want to let Hope down. Of course, she supported him when he decided to go freelance, but Ethan never wanted to take advantage of that. No, that won't do. He works only under contract and does not give free consultations. Just as he about to give that a response, Hope's fair head pops from behind the door. Oh shit. Are you coming? On the walk, Hope brought up the cat thing a few more times. Ethan protested absently. His thoughts went back to the letter again and again, to that question. The more he thought about it, the more he wanted to find the answer. It would no longer matter of helping an acquaintance who named Ethan immediately forgot. No, it was Ethan himself who needed a little help with distraction and an answer. That was a weird thing to do, but Ethan waited until Hope was fast asleep. Only then did he sneak over to his laptop to write a response. Certainly he had no real answer as of yet. He threw in a few dozen pilot words, the general meaning in which was he had to take up the case. Then he clicked send. When Ethan returned to bed, Hope was still breathing slow and deep. He listened to her breath for a while, trying not to think that he had broken his own rule. After all, he really needed a distraction. No matter the strength of your affection, sooner or later you will want to take a break. It was another thing he had learned over the past 4.5 years. What does this mean up here? What is this? Oh, let me see what this is, y'all. What the fuck is this? You listen to her, but okay, this is like okay, I know what this is. Alright. Cause that shit was red up there. So I was like, what the fuck is that? If Ethan had to point out when things started to be off, he would say it was on Saturday. That is about a week after the first letter. But this, of course, wouldn't be accurate. Those weird things started happening almost immediately after he pressed the send button. The first night he saw a room in the dreams. What the fuck? A red couch? A chip white ceiling and similarly rough walls lit with fluorescent lamps? Ethan couldn't see the lamps themselves, but he recognized the cold, shimmering light. They often used those lamps in the office. The light filled the room to the brim. Ethan thought it was about to burst, and then the light would splash all over the room, just like the juice from a squashed tomato. What the fuck? Apart from the walls and the light, the room had a red sofa. The sofa stood just a bit aside from the center, not too large, quite faded, flooded with shimmering white light. The light made the sofa seem to be, oh my god. The light made the sofa seem to be trembling a little, and the room trembled with it. Okay. What the fuck, y'all? Suddenly Ethan thought it would be a way better if the sofa was standing right in the middle. Then he felt something in his temple, a touch. He had a flinch, scream, stumbled to the side, yet he couldn't. He was paralyzed. Only his eyes could move, and they desperately tried to reach beyond his field of vision, where something was touching his temple. Is this what's this called? Sleep paralysis? Ethan felt a faint flow of air, as if someone was whispering in his ear. He didn't hear the whisper, just one word. Ethan no longer remembered what the word was when he jumped up in the bed, gasping for air. Hope muttered something in her sleep and turned to the other side. It took a long time to get to bed to sleep, but by morning Ethan did pass out, and when he woke up, the dream wiped out of his mind pretty quick. The task at hand interested him much more than some muck spilling out of his subconsciousness. He was thinking about the task while he was chewing on the morning toast, driving to the bank and all the way back. It was just like a Christmas present waiting for his time in the closet. The more you tell yourself you shouldn't think about it, the more you do. At home, Ethan tried to stick to his plan, working on the project he was paid for, but ended up sitting over a single report for several hours. He couldn't squeeze out a letter. To hell with it. After all, he was almost done with this current project. It wouldn't be much of a problem if he presented the result in a bit later on, with it. Besides, it was really time for him to get a breather. One can't be spending so much time in a world where madness, curse, and death are conjugates. Yep. Hold on, I need some water. To hell with it. Ethan thought as he closed the files of the project he was paid for. There was plenty of information, but Ethan knew it would not get an answer right away. The accurate answer, just like the previous pearls, lay at the great depths. He had to go down to the very bottom. Ethan was not afraid. He had done it many a times. He counterpart might have to wait for a few or so, but Ethan knew he would manage to crack the riddle. Oh my god, bro. What the fuck was that? Alright, now I'm getting now I'm getting cautious, bro. What the fuck I'm about to press? Alright, hold on. I don't know what the fuck is going on. What he didn't know is that what else could be found at those great depths. At some point in the investigation, things started happening. He started hearing sparse phrases, even though he never turned on TV or radio, and Hope wasn't even at home. Oh my god. When he sat in front of the screen once again, trying to connect the dots in his research, he could feel someone looking at the back of his head. When he turned around, of course there was no one in the room. What the fuck was that? Eventually, bro, I thought I saw something in my fucking camera. Eventually, he thought himself not to turn around. He just got angry, pushing fingers into his temples when the familiar feeling appeared again. He started losing things, or rather, things would disappear and then appear in the strangest of places. One day he found his pencil in the freezer, stuck in a mince meat bequeath, I don't know. Even when the bequeath melted down, he couldn't pull the whole pencil out. All Ethan got was a bloody stump. Okay. At this point, he could stop and think of it, but got distracted by the coffee maker and mindlessly shoved the stump into the trash bin. But what is happening, y'all? What the fuck is that? What is that moving right there? There was something wrong with the shadows too. They became sharper, thicker, and deeper, and it was the case in the whole apartment. Sometimes they moved. Of course, Ethan only felt like they were moving. It couldn't have been any other way. Ethan didn't really pay attention to any of this, just like he did with the dream he had. All of this seemed very familiar, as he already experienced similar things during the period of intense work when his nervous system was exhausted by the workload. There always was a rational explanation. The stress, or those new, much more environmentally friendly light bulbs that Hope had installed all around the apartment. Besides, it's so easy to dismiss this sort of things when you're deeply invested into something, and this question really got Ethan involved. Every time he seemed to get it right, his thoughts went off. Like he was climbing a rock, but a safe ledge suddenly turned slippery. And the next thing he knew, he's at the bottom again. He never faced anything like that during his previous research. There were times he had to spend weeks or months looking for the right answers. Those were the tricky cases, but at least he could always tell how his research is progressing. This time he wouldn't stumble in his tracks without knowing why, and that was all he could tell. Wow, this shit. The week was over, but he still had nothing to send back to his contact. In his reply, Ethan asked a couple of questions. Not that he was really interested, just as a curiosity. I think that was curiosity. I'm not sure anymore. And that's how their surprisingly exciting email conversation started. With this, Ethan contact grew to get something more, something of a friend, or maybe. He never asked how Ethan's work was progressing. This was the question Ethan asked himself, and the answer was never good for him. And so, is Ethan the first character that I played with the cat girl, or is it somebody else? Of course, he started sleeping badly. Oh, it might be. Nah, this might be the same idiot, bro. It might be the same idiot. Cause we was talking about Selene, so I think it's the same dude. Falling asleep was easy, but he worked up many times during the night. Sometimes in cold sweats, like he can't sleep either. Ethan could not remember his dreams, cause the dude in the beginning couldn't sleep either. That night he woke up about 3 or 4 times. At first, Ethan was lucky enough to fall asleep almost immediately after he woke up. But at some point, his eyes got open again. His eyes got open again. This time, the sleep wouldn't come. Ethan felt terribly thirsty. He found new slippers on the usual spot. The noise could wake up Hope, so he decided not to look for them, and only regretted it when approaching the kitchen. The floor was bloody cold. Oh, so cold that Ethan unconsciously looked down. What? The fuck is happening? Who is that? Are those one of the shadows? Is this the cat girl? And when he was looking up again, he saw a shadow. Okay, it is one of the shadows. Is that Selene? No doubt the shadow belonged to a woman. A naked woman. Ethan clearly see the points of her nipples as the shadow turned around. Right there, y'all. Right there. That's what he's talking about. That's what he's paying attention to. I am too. I was going to act like I didn't see it, but I see it. It's right there. Yeah. No wonder it's freezing cold here. It's just a shadow. Relax. It's a shadow, y'all. The shadow moved slowly along the wall, floating in a rectangular pool filled with moonlight. She was dancing. She was dancing, and the humming silence in Ethan's ears was her music. Ethan was watching her, unable to move. He was paralyzed, just like back then in his dreams, but he did not remember it. At the moment, he didn't remember anything at all. Couldn't think about anything at all. What is this? He felt an itch in his eyes, and the momentary urge to blink. For a fraction of a second, he could only see the thick, vicious dark, and when he opened his eyes again, there was no shadow anymore. Jesus Christ. Gone in a blink of an eye. The glowing rectangle shift its place and now lay on the kitchen floor at Ethan's feet. He could see the cold white light flowing into the seams between the tiles on the floor. For some reason, he took a deep breath and then stepped forward into the rectangular light. Nothing happened. And what was supposed to happen? What did he really see? Did he really see anything? He walked deeper into the room, much bolder, grabbing the decanter and started to drink the big greedy sips. Water streamed down his chin and chest, hitting the tiles on the floor and poured into the grooves of the seams. No, that wasn't a delusion. The kitchen was completely empty and the room felt warm again, and yet it wasn't a delusion. Damn, that's crazy. And all of this was begging for a rational explanation. That's why Ethan decided he should talk to Hope in the morning. Something changed. What changed? What changed? Did I do something wrong? What is this? Devil is made of clay and tomato soup, just like any human being. What? Dear Diary, interview with the devil. It's getting late, and then I come. She serves tomato soup. She used to serve other things, but not anymore. I'm in the tomato soup. They both eat tomato soup. That's how I get in. What the fuck? What's this? Talk show? Interview with the devil. Maintenance? Okay, so what changed then? Wait, what was this? Was that with the puppets right here? I wonder what changed though. Why did it say something changed? What is this? Oh no, that's okay. Never mind. What's 69? Okay, so something changed, but I don't know what changed. Something changed. April 24th. Nobody came to my birthday party. What? What happened? Wait, where did that go? April 24th. Was that new? Ah, fuck. I don't know what that was. It said April 24th, nobody came to my birthday. Oh, here we go. Nobody came to my birthday party except for my friends and Timo. Mom said I'll get real friends when I'm older. Our friends are real, but still, I love to have someone to hang out with. I'll just have to wait for a bit, I guess. January 11th. The new school is okay. I wish I could make friends with someone, though. Mom is working late again. It's fine. I left a very heavy box when he moved in. Mom couldn't pick it up herself. I'm a big boy now. A big boy, and big boys aren't afraid of anything. I'll just turn on the lights and watch TV with Timo and my friends. Only the cool stuff with animals or robots or aliens, but not the creepy kind. Did you give anyone the apartment keys? Wait, matter of fact, so I did a whole different voice for Ethan for no reason? This is the same idiot. Alright, so I'm just doing. Did you give anyone the apartment keys? By chance? What? Hope froze with a cup of her lips and blinked several times. Maybe you've... Wait, what? Maybe you've left someone in. Left someone? I didn't know. What was those questions? I feel like someone is visiting our place. What do you mean? Wait, did I just... Exactly what I said. It's been a while since I started noticing random things vanishing. And yesterday Hope frowned. She looked at Ethan as if a toad had just popped out of his mouth. Yesterday you what? Say it bluntly, answer oh my god, invasively? Say it bluntly? Okay, so this is my bitch, right? So, okay. This gotta be before the cat came. Cause I think when I meet the cat, that's in the future. I think this is in the past. I'm pretty sure. You know what, fuck it, let's say it bluntly. I saw someone in the kitchen last night. Some girl in deep line of Hope's forehead disappeared. She leaned back in her chair and laughed, throwing her head back. Oof. What a show you put on. Wait, this ain't a joke. I should have answered it evasively, bro. I should have answered evasively. Fuck. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay, fine. I confess, I didn't steal your cupcake. I'm not talking about that. I mean, what am I supposed to do? I barely see you lately, so sweet pastries are my best to shoot to get some fun at night. Damn, I didn't realize you still remember the cupcake even existed. It was laying around the fridge for what? 3 days? Hope glanced at Ethan, expecting him to start laughing too. Yet he still looked very serious. Yeah, but I answered wrong. Fuck. She noticed for the first time that the whites of his eyes were pinkish and full of broken capillaries. Her smile softly faded. Come on, maybe you left the keys unattended somewhere. I always leave my keys when I'm in the office, but I'm pretty sure there are no burglars among any colleges? What the fuck? Colleges? What is that? Oh, colleagues. Come to think of it, we should have hired a bunch. That balanced the risk of going broke. We have one monthly basis. You sure none of your colleagues would play a joke on us? A joke? Good God, Ethan, you look like you're about to eat me alive. Take a bun instead. Tastes better, trust me. Hope pulled her chair closer to Ethan and took his hand. Oh, please, hon. Oh, please, hon. Promise me you will take a break after the project of yours is finished. I mean, one cycle is enough for our family. You promise? Ethan suddenly felt like a total idiot. A tired total idiot. A naked girl in their kitchen? Yeah, sure. He probably overworked to the point he started being delirious at times, maybe even walked in his sleep. He squeezed Hope's finger lightly. I promise. Sorry, I'm a moron. Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm a moron. I probably stopped seeing the difference between dreams and reality. Why don't you call Laura? No, a shrink is the... Wait, what? No, a shrink is the last thing I need right now. My bad, sure, but that'd be too cruel. What I need is to finish that project. After that, all the gears in my head will fall into place. I give you my word. Don't lie to me like that. I mean, there's no need to start full-fledged therapy anyway. Sometimes talking through your worries with a professional is all it takes to feel better. At least I shouldn't have pressed you on it. I get that you have enough problems on your own right now. How's it going in your new position? Hope rested her head on his shoulder, shrugged. Not fired yet, apparently. Seriously though, I haven't figured it out. There's new responsibilities, exciting, but I always feel like I'm 10 times slower than I should be. I should probably get ready for a nice fat piece of overtime by the end of the month. Ethan kissed her forehead, closed his eyes, and squeezed the bridge of his nose. Well, I'm not head of a department as yet, but I seem to have the same stuff on my plate. Just how do you manage not to pester me with stupid questions? Well, I eat cupcakes at night. You should give it a try. Hope spoke Ethan's cheeks a couple of times with her finger. Poked Ethan's cheeks a couple times with her finger. Anyways, don't worry. I didn't give keys to anyone. And the only cat anything I let inside was an actual stray cat. Now that I think of it, it's been ages since we had any company. Maybe we should. A cat? Oh, a cat? What cat? What? Hope sighed and pulled away. Please, don't get all worked up, okay? At least I'm being open with you. Don't worry, she didn't wander around. We talked this over already. We talked what over? The fact that what I want doesn't really matter? Damn it, Hope. This is my apartment and you're staying here alone now. Oh damn. Hope finished her tea in a couple of gulps. I have to go to the office. Oh damn. She stopped at the door, now turning around. Sorry about the cat. She was really skinny and I felt sorry for her. I also feel sorry for myself, Ethan, because I'm lonely. You don't touch me at night. Really lonely. Oh god, my freaking thing is low. This time, Ethan felt like an angry idiot. He got up from the table and reached for Hope. Hope, don't. I will start crying. I'll take time. I don't have any spare right now. See you tonight. See you tonight. Damn. He didn't know what else to say, so he followed Hope into the hall like a silent shadow. He thought the right words would come to him, but the entry door closed and he remained silent. Ethan sighed. He regretted his decision to talk about the night episode. He regretted how the talk turned out. He felt sorry for himself and for Hope. After all, Ethan was well aware of that he really didn't spend enough time with her. At first, because of agency project, now because of the question to which he still could not find an answer. There was time to end this. He's going to make some coffee, then he'll open the laptop and write up some answers. It won't be an accurate one, but it's really time to finish that work marathon. After all, he doesn't even get paid for his time. Ethan nodded to the closed door and turned around, ready to execute the plan. What the fuck? That's when I saw her. Just for a split second, but damn it, he saw her. A black-haired girl flashed in the doorway of one of the rooms. Not even flashed, but drifted. Like Ethan's mouth went dry. Hold on. What's... I want to pause this. I want to save this. Does it automatically save? I think it automatically saves, right? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Outed. Did it save? Let's overwrite this. Yes. All right, there we go, y'all. I'm gonna leave it at that little cliffhanger, man. If y'all want to see more, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Show me that y'all want to see this. Especially like the video, so I know, you know, I could just finish this up. You know what I mean? I don't know how long I got. I just like found this game today, so yeah, just let me know, man. Well, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.